Welcome to another session of our exercise therapy based out of a chair. Work on overall body, maybe getting back into fitness, maybe rehabbing an injury, kind of touch base on a little bit of everything for you to get better at general living, functional work. So let's start out. Nothing too long, nothing too crazy. Please turn your head to one direction. Hold it till you feel a stretch and come back to the center. Then go to the other side. Hold it, feel the stretch. Feel all the little muscles, little bones, little joints working away. Chin down, just gently, whatever your body wants to do. Then raise your head straight. Again, turn over to one direction. Center, turn the other direction and turn to the other direction. Center, chin down and up. Please raise your arms out to the side. Bring your thumb to your shoulder. Touch your shoulder. Try to bend all the way. Reach out all the way and down. Spread your fingers out or reach with your fingers. Feel all the tendons, ligaments, and muscles in your hands stretch out at the same time while doing this. Raise it. Touch your own shoulder. Just push it out straight as you can. Full range of motion. Nice and tall body. All the way through, all the way out, and back. Let's do two more. Out, bring it in, bring it out, and down. Focusing on sitting up tall, focusing on breathing, focusing on the stomach being slightly sucked in to engage the core muscles. Good. Now reach forward, and at the same time bend forward slightly. Make sure your feet are nice and flat on the floor. Sit up tall, arms down, exactly down by your sides. Reach forward, reach as far as you can. Feel the muscles in your back, your shoulders, your arms stretching. Reach forward and come back. Two more times. Reach forward, keep your stomach tight, head up, nice and easy. One more time. Good. And when I mean keep your head up, I don't mean to crank the head up. That's bad for the neck, but just keep it kind of like straight so it's not looking down. Good, please take the one ear towards the shoulder, tilt your head to the side, and center, and tilt it to the other side, and center. Rotate the shoulders backwards, 2, 3, try to feel the full range of motion, opposite direction. We're trying to move a little bit of everything. A little bit of the body, kind of refresh, kind of move, say hello to the body. Elbows out to the side, bend the elbows, take it up, bend down, and take it down. 90-degree bend at the elbows, 90-degree bend at the shoulders, and back and down. Really focusing on the shoulder muscle, doing all the rotations, and then involving the upper back by the shoulder blades as we rotate to the back. A lot of rotator cuff muscles are involved in this exercise, as well as the deltoids, the shoulder muscles, and the back. And of course, keeping the posture as tall as we can, sitting up tall. I'm not going to ask you to sit up tall for the whole time because that in itself is also tiring, is sitting up tall. So we are going to lean back on the chair and stand up, give ourselves a bit of a break once in a while, and out, good. And one more time, and out, and up, and down, and back, good. Now lean into the chair, let the lower back relax a bit, let the core a little bit of a break. Lift the knee up one at a time. Here we're working on the hip flexor, pulling the hip flexor in, and at the same time, pull your toe up. So the toe up to the ceiling, so you feel your shin and your ankle flex. And at the same time, we're working on the hip flexor muscles, lifting up from the hips, lifting up the thighs. So it's like a giant march. And by giant, I mean whatever is giant for you. Everybody has different range of motion. Good. Now at the same time when we're doing this, I'd like you to circle your arms, but a little bit faster than the legs. So try to focus on two things at once. The arms are a little bit faster and the legs are a little bit slower, and focusing on the full range of motion. Nice and strong. Now spin the arm backwards, spin by rotate. Do you see the lights flickering? That's just me. That's my house flickering away. I don't know why. Lift up the knee. Focus on lifting the leg up nice and high. Turn the hand and stop. Good. This time I'd like you to sit up nice and tall again. I'd like you to curl, bend the elbow as much as you can. Reach up, turn the palm in, make a fist, bring it down, and all the way down. Bend the elbow, reach up, open up the fingers, keep the fingers together and straighten out the fingers. Bring it back, nice and tall, and down. Take it up, reach up at the fingers, straight up. Visualize somebody grabbing your arms up and trying to pull you up, straight up to the ceiling, and down and down. Let's do two more. Make a fist, reach up, nice and tall, 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 back as you can, down and down. One more time, full range of motion, elbow bent as far as possible, reaching up as much as possible, and coming down. Good. Now we're going to sit forward in the chair a little bit. We're going to swing the arms. Just like we're walking, we're running slow motion, I should say. Big swing. One arm goes back, one arm goes forward. They change at the same rate. Nice. Now we're going to stop the arms and we're going to do leg, leg, leg. One heel out, heel out, heel out, heel out. Now the opposite side, we're going to change and use the arms. So we're a little bit of a hoppity skippity with the legs, trying to work on the full range of motion, trying to time it so that we synchronize the arms and the leg movements together, sitting up nice and tall, reaching for it, all while keeping the stomach nice and tight. A few more times, reach for it, work for it, move the legs, move the arms together, like slow motion, running, skipping motion. Good. All right, speaking of skipping, skip the rope, rotate, feel your biceps, shoulders, forearms working. And now I'd like you to jump with 2 feet. Pretend you're skipping rope. So try to time it together. So if we had a rope, we would jump underneath. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to do double under jumps. Lift the leg up high and spin the arm twice. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Whew. Now we're going to skip. We're going to keep skipping singles, alternating the feet, transferring the weight foot to foot, forwards and backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. My hip flexor was getting a little bit cramped up. I wonder if yours was as well. Arm to the lap. We're going to do, again, sitting a little bit forward. Hopefully you get a little bit of a break from the last set. We're going to do a jumping jack with the arms out to the side. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Feet together. So you're trying to keep the head nice and neutral. Bend forward from the hip and the lower back. Come on down. Hold it for a second. And then sit up nice and tall. Let's do that again. Leaning forward. Nice breathing always. Please never hold your breath. Exercising, you have to continue to breathe. Exhaling in the exertion, but inhaling on when your muscles relax. But that's not important. What's important is you keep breathing. That's the most important, is you do not hold your breath. Let's go one more time. Forward. And sit up nice and tall. Now let's do another set of jumping jacks from the lap. 1, 2, stomach tight. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lift one knee up if you can. Hold on to it with one hand. Lift it up a little further. Put it down. Other side, up. Give it a little extra pull with your arms, keeping the stomach tight, back straight, head up and breathing. Lift it up. Working on the mobility, hip area, a little flexing or stretching, the hamstring area, the glutes. And again, lift it up, give it a little extra hand, get it? Extra hand. And pulling it up. And good. Now for the last time, I'd like you to pull it up with one hand and then try to touch your shoe or your ankle or your shoelace with the other hand and slightly, gently pull it towards you with your heel, towards your midline. and then let it down. And then the other side, lift the knee and hold your leg. Grab the ankle area and gently pull towards yourself and towards your midline at the same time. Pulling in and holding it. Come on down. Okay, now we're going to do some jumps. That's jumps, but the knee comes to the chest. So we're going to go up, 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 up. Add the curls of the arms. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Not too high. 5, 4. Knees up though. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Leaning back. Scooting the bum forward slightly. Straighten the legs slightly, not fully. And then sit up. And a little bit of the baby stand up. So lean forward. The bum comes off about 2 inches off the seat. And lean back. And if you can't lift yourself up for whatever reason, push with your legs even if you don't get up at all. Just to engage the same muscles as we do when we stand up at the lower end of the portion. Lean forward. Baby stand up just a little bit off the seat. Engage the glutes, the hamstrings, the hips, the lower back. A lot of muscles involved getting you up. Pushing through. Let's do a couple of more. Lean into it. And a little bit up. One more time. Lean into it. And a little bit up. Good. Lift one knee up in the air. Point your toe. Flex the quad. Pull it back with your hamstring. Front of the thigh. Flex that when you push out. The back of the thigh. Heel to the bum as much as you can. That's 2. 3. We're doing it 6 times. 4. We're also working the hip flexor by keeping the knee up in the air. 5. I think I counted right. And 6. Good. Other side. Knee slightly off the floor. Lift the leg. Squeeze. And bend. Squeeze the thigh. Bring it back. 3. And back. 2. And back. And 1. And back. Sitting up nice and tall. Jumping jack with the feet. Arms lean slightly forward, not all the way. And then come on out, so put the arms to the outside. Arms swing in, feet go up and switch. 2. 1. 2, I forgot, I can't count the demo 1. 3. The demo is the demo. 4. On your toes when you jump out. 5. 6. Trying to move a little bit of the body all around. 7. Hopefully you should feel more energized when we finish. 8. 2 more. 9. Don't forget to breathe. And 10. Very good. One leg goes straight. Bend forward from the hips. Add the arm for a little extra stretch, but try not to round out the back too much. Sit up, pull the leg back. There's some weird noise outside my house. Hopefully we're not being bombed or something, like a very grumbling sound. Lean forward from the hips. Lean into the stretch a little bit more with your arms. And sit up. Now we're going to do both feet. Sit up tall, back straight. Lean forward from the hips. Add the upper body as well. And come on back. Good. If you don't, I'd like you to, we're going to use hand weights. I hope you have them. If you don't, stop and get them, please. Hand weights we're going to do. We're going to sit up nice and tall. One arm at a time. We're going to curl in, turn the palm towards you, and go back to neutral. Curl the arm up just above your shoulder, just kind of like my cheekbones. Flex the front of the arm when you do. So squeeze the arm muscle, the bicep muscle. Squeeze, and by turning it, we're going to go from one side of the bicep muscle to the other. Hopefully we're going to go across and use both sides of the arm. Pull and squeeze. And pull and squeeze it out. When you go down, I'd like you to flex the back of your arm if you can. If you have that mind control to flex the right area of your body, the front of the arm, upper arm up here, and then back, the back of the arm. Flex the front of the arm, flex the back of the arm. Flex the front of the arm, flex the back of the arm. Flex the front, flex the back. Flex the front, flex the back. Now nice and tall. We're going to go to this side, shoulder level, palm down, almost even a little bit slightly forward, but flat would be great. And then back, other side, out and back. And really focus on the shoulder. As always, visualize that the weight is a lot heavier than it is. Hopefully I'm not going higher than my shoulder level. That's what I'm trying to aim for, because if we lift it higher in this position, that it's not the best for the skeleton to do that. So we're trying to stay within the range of the human body, what it likes to do, what is good to do, what it's the best to do. And squeeze, and don't forget to breathe, right? Keep the stomach tight, breathe out. Lifting it up. So we're going to go out 2 more times, out, last time, and out. Now if you feel comfortable enough, I'd like you to take the weight and open the hand and do a little toss. If you feel more comfortable, give it a little tiny toss, but make sure that you have nothing breakable around you, fragile, and don't drop it on your toes. Make sure you do it over the mat and a little bit off to the side. A little tiny throw and push it up, and then try not to spin the weight. It's just a small toss. Now try to look at me and do it without looking at the weight. Try to keep your eye, just use your peripheral vision. Give the weight a little bit of a toss as they curl the weight up. A little bit of a toss, a little bit of a toss. Good. Let's do 3 more, 2 more, and 1 more. Perfect. We're going to go up to the shoulder, press to the ceiling, touch the waist together, keep the arms neutral, bring it down. Palms facing each other. Put the hands slightly in front of you. If you were to look up with your peripheral vision, you should see the weight back and down. Remember to breathe. Keep the stomach nice and tight, focusing on the biceps and the shoulders and the core muscles. Pushing up, and a lot of little muscles to stabilize you to stay in this position. So it's good all around. Good. One of the benefits of working out with me versus, let's just say you saw this written down or follow a program, is you don't really know exactly what's coming up next. So your mind doesn't have time to prepare for the activity that's coming up, which is sometimes good. Number one, you have to use your brain a little bit more to pick up the exercise and learn it right away and do it and adapt to it. And then of course, the shock value of being able to, it's a little bit more exhausting if your mind cannot prepare for what's coming up. Let's do 1 more time, and out, and press, and down, and down. Now feet together. Lean forward slightly. Keep your head, not your head, your back straight. Your head neutral, not too much up, too much down, neutral. And then bring the elbow to the ceiling. We're using the back of the upper back, kind of like by the shoulder blade area. Pinch it together as we lift the weights up. 10 more. 9 more. 8 more. 7 more. Remember to breathe. I breathe when I talk. 6 automatically. You can talk to 5. Count with me. 4. 3. I get the hiccups. 2. And 1. And since I don't know how to edit, I will hiccup if I have to. Lean back slightly, so in a bit of a reclined position. Keep your stomach tight. Bring the arms up to the chest area. Turn the palms down towards the feet slowly. Open up the elbows slightly. And then press up. It should be right above your chest. And then bring it back near your shoulders. And then once again, listen to your body. We're trying to work the chest muscle mainly. The shoulders and the triceps will kick in. But to assist, we're trying as much as possible to use the chest muscle. So we're exhaling, hopefully on the way up. But the more important is that you keep breathing and focusing on that chest muscle. Once again, visualizing the weight being heavier than it is. So you give it that extra push, extra flex of the muscle. Squeeze the chest muscle when we reach the top. Let it stretch out and go to the range of motion that's comfortable for you. If you can't come down to your shoulder, there is nothing wrong with that. You just come down to whatever you can come down to that feels good, that challenges that range of motion without any sort of real pain involved. Now, mild discomfort is one thing, and a pain, especially a sharp pain, is something that you should not ignore, and stop right away. Nice and strong, keep breathing. Good, let's do 2 more. Breathing out. On the way up, 1 more time, and up, and then bring it down. Perfect. Now, sitting up tall so my back has support, I'm going to take one arm to the ceiling. I'm going to go behind my head as much as I comfortably can. Try not to do this. A lot of people confuse this with the shoulder press, right? The elbow should be staying up as high as you can, depending on the flexibility and what your body allows you. But we're trying to use the back of the arm that we're pushing up the weight. So the closer your bicep is to your face over here, the better. But of course, listen to your body and just focus on letting the tricep doing all the work. Let's do 5 more, 4 more. Now try to keep these videos between 20 and 30 minutes, and I have no clue because I am not exactly the most organized person in the world. I think it's 2 more, right? Oh my, can't even count. So hopefully we're going to stay within that range of working, where I want to do a little bit of balance, strength training, a little bit of coordination, a little bit of cardio, a little bit of everything. I want to make sure that you use every muscle in your body at some point in this regime that we're doing. And take it up, focusing on the triceps stretching out at the bottom, flexing and contracting at the top. Remember to breathe, exhale, and the other hand, of course, we're holding the weight. So that works on muscles just holding on to the weight. Good. Let's do 3 more. Push it up. And remember, you get tired, you switch to a lighter weight or switch to no weight at all. You just use your arms and flex the muscles in question. Or take a breather and come back to it when you feel comfortable. I think that's enough, right? And then down to the side. Now I'd like you to do is I'd like you to sit and lean forward slightly. And at the same time, I'd like you to touch the heels of your hands, the weights together near your chest. And then lean back. So it's like a curl with a turn slightly forward. So your elbows are fully bent. They're about 3/4 bent. They're not straight, they're not bent. They're a hybrid. They're a hybrid range. Coming up forward, stomach tight. Just a small lean. Try not to use momentum because now we're involving weights as well. And even though this move should be a functional work, with weights in hand, it puts an extra stress on the joints and the body. Remember to breathe. I keep hearing noises outside, and that's just not the chair creaking. That's real noises outside I'm talking about. Let's do 2 more. 1 more time. And I'm breathing. Good. Take the weights down. Now what I'd like to do is, by the way, please get yourself one of these body bars. I have 2 different weights. I love using these. Today I'm not going to use them, but I will. All right. There's different weights. I have a 5-pound and a 10-pound one for the heavier work. Please stand up. What I like to do is stand on one leg. By the way, put the chair in front of you or something to hold on to in case you lose your balance. And always be cognizant, always be ready to put your foot down. Always be aware of what's happening around you. Don't take a topple over. It's very important. Stand on one leg, arms up to the side. 1, 2, balance yourself, stomach tight. 3. You should be looking 45 degrees ahead of you, down and ahead of you. I lost count. I wanted to do 6, so I think that's around 6 now. Good. And then let's do the other side. Same idea. Find yourself a nice balanced position, stomach tight. Stand up tall. 1. Balance is very important too. Static balance is important. Static meaning standing in one spot. But for me, what's even more important is dynamic balance. In other words, the balance you do to catch yourself after you lose your balance. So if I stumble, oh, I'm going to catch myself. If I lose my balance, oh, I catch myself. That's more important to me than being able to stand there like a statue, and if you wipe out, no good. I want you to be able to catch yourself. So I'd like you to put your hands on your hips. I'd like you to step out 45 degrees. Bend your knee, and this is not a lunge, by the way. It's a lunge-ish. What it is I'm just trying to get the range of motion and trying to open up the hips a little bit. Of course, the byproduct of that is I am flexing the quad a little bit. I'm stepping out 45 degrees, and not a very big step, but I'm kicking the chair. Nice. Let's do a couple of more. Out. 1 more time, and out. Good. Now I'd like you to stand up into your tippy toes. So hold it up there once again for balance. Hold your arms out. Once again, be ready to hold on to a chair or to a wall. Now close your eyes for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Remember, eyes closed only after you get used to the exercises. I should have probably mentioned that before I asked you to close your eyes. All right. One more exercise I'd like to do. I forgot to look at the time. I'm going completely by guess, and I do not know how to edit. Do not know how to rewind, cut a piece off. So what you get is what you get, like you're doing it live with me. Hold the arms to the side and pec deck. Squeeze the chest together in the front. Squeeze the shoulder blades together in the back. Chest, back, chest, back, chest, back, chest, back, chest, back, chest, back, chest, and back. Awesome. We are now done. A little stretch once again from the hips. Bend forward, knee a little bit bent, even the straight knee a little bit bent. Make your body weight forward towards that leg, your torso, everything's in a straight square line. Bending forward as much as you can, comfortably. And then adding a little intensity by leaning forward. Holding that stretch, getting the hamstring. Hamstring is probably the most understretched muscle and the one that should be stretched the most because we use it in everyday life, very, very much so. Tight hamstring is a cause of a lot of muscle imbalances and a lot of issues with the lower back, with the hamstring, with the knees. A lot of things come into play. Other side, bend forward from the hip and then reach forward with the arms. Sit up nice and tall. Good. And these workouts, the kind we're doing here, you should be to get back into it, or as an additional workout to something that you're already doing, like a nice walk or something like that. This is a good secondary workout to get you all limber, to get you moving. I thank you so much for coming. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Thank you and have a great day.